All right, guys, we're gonna hop on into it here. We've got the 2024 Teenager Tour, the Law Entrepreneur Series, kicking off again here for summer of 2024. Super pumped up about that. We're gonna be hanging out with my boy Riley Murray here in just a couple quick seconds and showing you guys his lawn landscaping setup, his trailer setup, his equipment setup, and the storage barn that he's able to put everything in for right now. The dude's got it going on. He was such a great sport, such a great guest on the tour, and I know you guys are gonna love what he's putting together. Before we jump on down the road here, I gotta just say, number one, if you guys wanna check out all the guests every Monday for the next 6 weeks, both on the Brian's Lawn Maintenance YouTube channel here and also on the podcast, you guys can check out all the guests that we're gonna have on. Also, if you guys click the little card or end screen at the corner of the screen, whatever it is at the end, you can see all the guests that we've had on over the years as well. Probably about 15 to 20 of these young guys over here just kicking butt, and we made that whole playlist so you guys can get motivated, get inspired, especially if you're younger looking to start a lawn landscaping business. These kids have it going on. Before we jump too far down the rabbit hole, I just want to say a big shout out to this year's sponsors. We've got returning Equip Expo. Make sure you get your Equip Expo tickets. We've got Stable. You guys know and love Stable products. And then number 3, the returning good old friends at Yardbook. Super grateful for them. And a great CRM for you to start your lawn and landscaping business and grow to a couple $100 grand a year in revenue. 100% they have my endorsement. So without further ado, we're going to jump on into it here. Check out the first half of this tour with Riley, and then we're going to come back for a little sponsor break, and then we're going to continue on with the rest of the tour. Let's jump into it here. Hanging today at Riley's Lawn and Landscapes. We got my boy Riley. What's up, brother?
How's it going?
Doing good, man. How are you?
Pretty good, yeah.
I already got the quick tour and the sneak peek, but I think you guys are really going to enjoy this one today. Let's hop into it, man. We got trucks, mowers, trailers, blowers. And by the way, this is going to be one of the first teenager tours that we're launching, so you got to set the standard high. And I think he has. All right, so take it away. Let's do this. Give me your background for 30 seconds.
So I started in 2021. I started with just a little push mower. I had to hassle my mom to get it in the back of her car. First we were gonna wheel it down a wagon down the street, and we ended up doing that, but we got the lawn in the neighborhood. We started mowing. I started with my neighbor, and then after that he kind of like fizzled out a little bit, and I ran with it.
For a quick timestamp, how many lawns do you guys have today, and what are you guys doing for work?
Right now we're doing about 110 weeklies, and then we have a ton of mulch in the springtime and scattered throughout the summer, and then a bunch of fall cleanups.
110 weekly lawns?
Yeah.
Just you, and you got any helpers?
Just one other guy.
That's crazy.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, man. So here, let's go. What are we doing first? Trucks?
Yeah, sure. That works.
All right, I'm following you. So what do we got here, brother?
All right, so this right here, this is our work truck. This is the truck I started with. I had a truck previously before this one, but we kind of needed to upgrade to a 2500, so we got this truck. This truck mows 5 days a week. It's the one that stays in our shop all the time and gets the work done.
What year is that, by the way?
This is a 2005 Chevy 2500 HD.
Okay.
It's a gasser. It's a beast. It gets the job done, and thankfully we haven't had any issues out of it. It's been a great truck.
There you go.
Done some modifications to it, put new wheels on it, make it looking sharp, and good with the trailer.
There you go.
Yeah.
Cool, man. Awesome. And then this is when you were driving to your house. This looks sweet.
Yeah, so this is more so, I'd say, like my personal truck. Sometimes it's out in the field, but I'm more so doing like estimates and things like that with this truck. And then in the winter, this thing is my rig. This is the one I have Boss back blade and a front blade, whereas the front one, or the white truck, we only have a Boss front blade. So this is really the winter beast, and the white one is the green season beast.
There you go. What year is this truck, if you don't mind? What trim?
This is a 2015, I believe, and this is a 05.
One thing, can I come around this side? I want to see the logo. I think you have just a super clean logo. You got to point that out. Give me the story behind that.
Yeah, so I was actually just at a local school, college around here, hanging out with my buddies. Just they were getting some work done, and I wanted to drum up a logo, so this is what we came up with. We're kind of just putzing around on some free logo makers, and this is what we came up with. We found a tree, got some font, and kind of just put it together. Looks very professional. Yeah. You get compliments on this truck. It's a clean setup for yeah, a lot of compliments on the tree. I think it really like draws people, and that's what they see. They don't really read your name, they just see a tree and they're like, oh, that's that company with the tree.
There's a lot of truth behind that.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
For sure.
Love it, man. So great setups. One thing too, I want to pick your brain, the back light bar, and you get the rear mount for the back plow. Can you show me that?
Yeah, actually the rear mount is in the garage. We have the 180Z.
Okay.
So the mount is not on the truck. Okay. It actually goes in the fifth rail mounts.
Is that right?
Fifth rail mounts.
How do you like with the back blade? I know those are really popular on this side of town.
Yeah, they're amazing. It's definitely a game changer for sure.
Wow.
Yeah.
Love it. All right, cool. Well, that's the trucks. And then tell me a little bit about the setup here. So storage is always a challenge for a lot of folks. So what do you got going on here?
So this is just my uncle's barn. I've been so blessed to be able to have this. He's blessed me with some space in here. He's got some of his tractors in here, tires and such. But we kind of just have like the middle part, so it's been awesome.
Before that, you said you were working out of storage lockers.
Yeah.
So how does that go for a growing business?
We were just working out of storage lockers. I had trucks at home, and there was one time I had truck in the front of the driveway, truck in the middle, and then a long trailer, and then we're into the road. So it was just time to get out of the house. My mom was not too happy.
Shout out to the parents for building the dream, right? And encouraging you, but like, she's got, like, you got to go. Well, here, let's, I'm following you, man. We'll go inside, and that's where all the rest of the stuff is, right?
Yep.
All right, so we're inside the shop. This is freaking crazy, bro.
Yeah, so all right, this is our equipment. This is what we get all the work done with. I guess we'll start with our Windstorm. We picked this up last year. It's been an absolute game changer with the nozzle rotating on the front. I'd say it definitely like changed our fall cleanup game. We're able to better estimate, just getting a better grasp on our times. It's like a guaranteed around in our area, like a 1.5 hour leaf job with 2-man crew.
Wow.
So this thing has definitely been a beast for sure.
Talk to me for a quick second, a little shout out for the Skeg folks, but the rotating nozzle, I was asking you about it because I've got the Hurricanes and I'm always looking to upgrade too. So why do you like this one? Because you've ran both.
For sure, yeah. So the nozzle is awesome just because, I mean, you never have perfect conditions. There's maybe one day out of the week that you have 0 wind, and that's the day where you get the most done. All the other days, you got to deal with the wind, and just having that nozzle be able to like go with the wind. The wind never blows directly north, directly south. Just being able to like angle it to the direction the wind is growing is just awesome.
That's awesome. Well, shout out to the Skag folks. I need one of those unless some of the other brands that I get to use, i.e., you know, Rexmark, unless they come up with something. No announcements, I have nothing, but it'd be nice to have something in red, amen? So, all right, cool. So that's your Windstorm. When did you pick that up?
We picked this up last year. We had over 100 cleanups to get done, and it was, do we hire or do we invest in a piece of equipment? And this was definitely the best choice.
That's awesome. Great job, man. Great job. Probably one of the only pieces of orange I see. A lot of X-Mark, so
yeah,
here we go.
I might have a slight X-Mark addiction.
There you go.
They're pretty sweet. So we got a Vertex here. This was actually my first, I'd say, real mower. I started off with just a little like riding mower.
Okay.
I think it was the Quest. This, we got a Vertex here. This one I started with back when I had 15 clients. It's been a beast. Now I think it's got almost 800 hours on it. We've really racked them up. I think this is the best mower for us just because it's very efficient. The tires are small. It doesn't really tear up much. But yeah, it's been a beast. This Vertex right here, we picked up this year. We had some issues with our other mower. It's got 1,500 hours on that. We bought that one used. So we figured, hey, why not? We're really efficient with our first one. Why not get a second so we can both run them? We run 2 mowers on most of our lawns.
Okay.
So that was a definite game changer. Definitely noticed an increase in efficiency by switching from 2 stand-ons to having 1 stand-on and a sit-down laser.
Oh, okay. Now, compared to the sit-down, which looks like it's next, which one do you prefer, if you don't mind me asking?
Definitely the stand-on. I feel like when I sit down, I get really lazy, and then when I have to get off and trim, it's like, ugh.
Yeah, or pick up trash.
Yeah, or trash. I definitely don't run over as much trash.
There you go.
So yeah, these have been awesome.
Now, the big boy, the Laser Z, that's a tank right there.
Yeah, this thing's a beast. I believe it's got the Kohler on it with the 38. We do some like overgrown mowing, like some fields on some properties that we mow. And this is definitely the weapon of choice for the field. It's a beast, does not bog down at all. We currently have the Ultravac on it. We have some accounts that it's just easier to bag. We got a commercial in Granville, Michigan that we bag just because it's so tight. I'm sure you guys all know how that is.
Yep. So if you don't mind me asking, for the fleet during the week, we got the trailer behind us, but what do you guys load up? What do you use like day to day? What's your go-to?
It varies from day to day. We try to only take the 2 Vertexes just because if we put the laser on the front of the trailer or the Windstorm, it's just, my gas mileage goes from 9 to like 5.
There you go.
It's not too
efficient.
Yeah, not at all.
Yep.
So it's nice just to be able to like, all right, we want this one day. Okay, we have to bag this one, so we got to throw this one on. So we kind of just alternate throughout the week.
Awesome, man. Well, great job and great buy. Shout out to the X-Mark fam. You guys are gonna notice as we go through here that I was joking with Riley. It seems like he's got the same mowers, trailers. Well, we'll get into it, but all the same stuff that I have. But if you're in Michigan, this is what you get, and it's some of the best of the best. So you're doing it right, man. You're doing it right. You want to horseshoe through the shop, I guess? This is you got your workbench area and little catch-all.
For sure. So this is my uncle's barn, like I said. So it's just a farming barn. So we kind of just had to make do. We had a few boards laying around, so we just kind of threw up a shelf. We had some bins, and I got this from one of my employees to kind of put some tools in, so that was nice. We just kind of have it just kind of scattered on the ground. It's not the way I'd like it, but it gets the job done, right? Over here, we got our big oil bucket. Not many people do that. A lot of people use those little two-stroke oil things.
Yep.
And those things are just so expensive. So over the winter, I was like, okay, how can we do this? And my buddy had this idea, or his dad actually had the idea. So then I started doing it. So we just do 7 pumps in the gas cans every morning, and that gets it done. And I think this whole, I want to say this whole 5 5-gallon bucket was like $50 for
Wow.
the whole season.
Wow.
And it should last us for the rest of the season as well.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Great job.
I think those 6-pack of oil things, I want to say they're like 10, $20 right now.
Yeah, they add up. Wow.
That's definitely a game changer.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Love it. One thing I'm noticing straight behind you, by the way, is that like a mission statement or vision statement?
Yeah, so I actually went to your conference, LAL. I came back, and one of the biggest things that stuck with me is like, I believe it was Jeff Joyner that said this, is like so many people, they come here and they get all amped up, and then 2 days pass and it's like, okay, it's all done, and they don't do it. So my biggest thing when I came back is I wanted to write a mission statement, and then I also got like a shop to do, just so we're like on top of our stuff.
Wow.
Especially with how expensive everything is nowadays, it's so important to maintain your stuff. Because I mean, mowers are, the S series Vertex is like 13 grand, the X series is like 18 grand, and we're just cutting grass for 45, $50.
Right, man, that's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
First off, fist bump, congrats on going to the conference, but taking action coming out of it. Because
sure.
like you said, not many people do, and this is awesome. How has that helped you with your company? It gives you guys maybe a true north, or just helps you to stay more efficient?
For sure, the shop to do definitely helps us. We kind of just write all our oil changes on there and what needs to get done. I know over the winter, right before we got done, we had a line break on a plow. That hasn't been fixed yet, so we just put it up there so we don't go for the first snowstorm like, oh shoot, like this thing doesn't even work.
Makes sense.
As far as the mission statement, I wouldn't say that my guy like really like idolizes it all or like thinks much of it, but it's just in the back of his head.
Yep.
He knows at the end of the day like that's what we're about, and I think that's all you can do.
And by the way, how old are you again? Like 26?
19.
19.
Yep.
Dude, well, great job. Keep it going, man, on that front. I guess up next, just going through here, or I'm following you. Where are you going next?
Yeah, for sure. So we picked
All right, guys. Well, hopefully you're enjoying the tour here with Riley Murray. We're going to take a quick break and catch our breath. First off, I got to say, isn't this an awesome setup? And doesn't it what he have going on? Just akin back to hard work, the good old American dream, and somebody just kicking butt to make a name for themselves in a small town. That's what Riley's putting together. I think he said, I'm not sure on this video, but at least I know for sure on the podcast that he's doing 110 weekly mows with just him and a guy. How freaking cool is that? So Riley, you're doing big things, brother. It does cost some money to go on these tours, as you guys can imagine. So this year, I just want to say a big shout out and thank you to Equip Expo, Stable, and for this tour specifically to Yardbook. Now, a lot of you guys know that I've got my start here the last 5 or 6 years, kind of Brian's Lawn Maintenance 2.0 with Yardbook, and it's a fantastic CRM to help you guys launch, start, and grow your lawn and landscaping business, especially if you're going to a couple $100,000 in revenue. They've got routing, they've got invoicing, they can take credit card payments, they can make routes, they can help you with tracking your inventory, and so much more. And pretty much the best part about this thing is it's free. Now, I do say pretty much because you can upgrade to the premium features for about $35 or $40 a month, but if you guys are looking to take the professionalism to the next level, you guys are looking to just get organized, no more spreadsheets or, God forbid, paper invoicing, then Yardbook is 100% where you need to look at. It's where you need to start, and it's what you need to grow. By the way, that's what I did to take my company from about a $75,000 a year business to just at about $400,000. So if we can do it, you can do it too. And I know Riley is using Yardbook as well. Beyond all that, let's go check out the rest of Riley's setup and everything he has to offer. By the way, he's got the Drag Pro 180Z. He's got the Red Max EBZ 9000. He's got a Billy Goat Debris Loader DB18. The dude's got all the great equipment set up. Kind of reminds you of somebody's business, doesn't it? So, all right, let's get back to it. Let's catch up with you guys inside. I'm following you. Where are you going next?
Yeah, for sure. So we picked up this SureTrack trailer beginning of this year. We had another trailer that I just bought on like Facebook Marketplace. The trailer brakes went out, and with 3 heavy mowers, it's kind of tough to stop a truck and the brakes are toasted. So we just ended up upgrading. I figured why not upgrade? A SureTrack trailer will definitely last us like 10 years.
What size is this one, if you don't mind me asking?
This is an 18-foot trailer. So we had an 18-foot trailer before, and I knew we could fit 3 mowers. It's tight, but we can fit 3. So I think that was best to just maximize our space.
I love the gas cans, by the way. This holder, I gotta show you guys this. This is a great idea. Little 2x4 setup, so these don't move or shift when you're driving. Who came up with that?
For sure. Well, we've always done the boards. I hate strapping down mowers. I know it's like, oh, you just untying a ratchet strap, but when you're 20 lawns in a day, untying a ratchet strap is like, I don't know.
Pain in the butt.
Way too much.
Pain in the butt.
It's too much. So we just got some 2x4s. We kind of spaced the mowers right how we want them, and just drill them into the deck. And sometimes they go out, but I mean, you just go to Home Depot, buy some new ones, and slap them in.
Dude, that's
they hold
awesome.
down the mowers, nothing moves.
Helps them from shifting around too.
For sure, yeah, nothing moves at all. We haven't had any issues.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yep.
All right, well, I'm following you. We have the exact same trailer, by the way. I have the, don't I? I think I do.
I think yours is a little bit different. You have some like railings on the side.
Yeah.
Pretty similar though.
I'm trying to think, like my brain's fried, but dude, I love it. Great trailer, great setup. And then trimmers, racks, blowers, you got the whole, man, you're organized. This looks like a professional setup.
Yeah, for sure. That's definitely what I take pride in. So we got our Red Max string here, best string in the game. This stuff never breaks, it cuts good. I think this string is from 2 years ago and we still have over half a spool left. So we have a Red Max trimmer right here. I had another one here but fell out of the rack, so we had to buy a new one.
Oh no.
And then we have an Echo power head that we just have a bunch of attachments for.
Cool.
We have the paddle broom, the hedge trimmer. The paddle broom is a game changer for gravel driveways in the winter.
Oh yeah.
I thought we could just sweep them with our feet, but as soon as I bought that thing, I mean, best investment ever. That thing is awesome.
There you go. Equipment Defender racks looks like.
Yeah, equipment defender racks are great. You just gotta remember to lock them. So we have equipment defender backpack racks as well. We just actually picked up the new Red Max. It's been great. It's definitely a lot bigger than the other ones. It's pretty bulky, but the power makes up for it.
Yeah.
So we had to adjust our rack a little bit by putting the backpack tube over here.
Oh, okay, there you go.
It's a little bit bigger. And then we just have another Red Max, I believe it's 8550. So that was actually the first backpack I ever bought. So that one's got some sentimental value to me, so we're just taping it up, and you know, it's a Red Max, so you just tape it, it'll run forever.
Ours literally, I was using it yesterday and swear on my soul has the exact same tape. I think ours may be over here on the elbow, but we have the exact same tape, so.
Yeah, we got it like bolted on here so it doesn't move. The handle doesn't move, but hey, it blows grass.
Hey, duct tape, electrical tape goes a long way for leaf blowers.
Yep.
What's your thoughts, if you don't mind me asking? You're probably one of the first people I've literally ever seen. We did that video on the Red Max 9000. I had a demo for my dealer just for a quick half hour. What's your thoughts, like the 8550 versus the 9000? Hate it, like it, heavy, not heavy? What do you think?
For sure. I almost think that this is lighter than those ones, or at least it feels that way. I don't know if they've like spaced out the weight at all.
Okay.
But this is definitely more bulky.
Okay.
So like if it's hot, I mean, it's always hot here in Michigan. So you got to deal with just like lugging that thing on and off. I think it's very similar to the Echo 9010.
Yep.
It's just so big.
Too much blower, maybe.
Yeah, too much blower for grass, I'd say. But right now we just got a ton of rain, like just monsoon for the past week. So we're blowing a ton of grass clippings, and when they're dry, I mean, one swoop in the backyard and it's done. So it's got its pros and cons. If we're going for a more comfortable, more like I'd say reliable blower, I definitely go towards the 8560 now, I believe. But this thing, it's still a beast. In the fall, I can't wait to use it.
Yeah, dude, great explanation. I agree. Like weekly stuff, weekly growth, or just easy use this. But maybe the big stuff in the fall, you know, that was my issue with the Echo 9010. Love it, great blower, but lugging that thing around to cut grass, that tube weighed, you know, a couple pounds. It's a lot when you're doing that for 8 hours a day.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Great explanation. Yep. And by the way, so shout out to the Red Max folks, little Red Max EBZ 9000. Beautiful leaf blower. I need to pick one up for fall. I can't wait to do some tests.
Yeah.
Awesome, man.
Definitely awesome.
So you guys are growing. 2-man team, 110 weekly lawns. You've got the mowers, you've got the trailer, a debris loader, fall cleanups. You said you've been getting big into fall cleanups.
Yeah, fall cleanups. Ever since we got the windstorm, it's like, okay, there's some serious money in this, and there's always been money in it. It's a big ticket item, but I think a lot of guys get caught up in the fact like, oh, we're doing like $300, $400 cleanup, but you're there for 4 hours with backpacks, and getting that windstorm, and then we got this absolute game changer, just blowing them to the curb and sucking them up. Maple leaves, this thing is incredible. Oak leaves, we have to get in there and stomp it down a little bit more, but I mean, it just goes with everything.
Right. That's a 18 horsepower unit, right?
Yeah, this thing has been awesome. We just slide it on the back of the trailer and we mount it to the front. Just picked up this trailer, so we have to figure out a new mounting system.
Sure.
But we just throw a box on the back of the white truck out there, and we have a cut hole in it, and we just blow them in there.
That's all you need.
Yep, and you'd be shocked how many properties you can fit in there.
Wow.
I fit in huge leaf jobs in there.
Let me ask you this, for anybody who's younger, maybe they're 15, 18, you know, they're your age, they're trying to get into all this. What was your thoughts getting into like different services of the business, right? Okay, so you're cutting grass, maybe push mower, Craftsman, lawn tractor your parents gave you, but then you're like, hey, I need zero-turn mowers, and then you started thinking snow and leaves. Like, how did that equipment evolve? How did the services evolve?
For sure. So when I first started, I kind of just like took everything. I took landscape work, mulch, just anything I could throw my hands at. And I really focused on like taking the customers I have, being like, hey, do you need your bushes trimmed? Do you need this? And just getting everything that I can out of them as far as work goes. And then last year was really our first like legit year. I hired someone and we kind of got into it, and I realized more so I want to be more just strictly lawn care. Stuff's so expensive now, so it's like you got to pick a game.
Right.
It's either one or the other. I don't want to do landscaping 2 days out of the week and then just have a bunch of mowers just sitting here. So I really focused on this year, like, hey, we're gonna go all in on the lawns. We're gonna mow 5 days a week and just get it done.
Where did you learn business? Where did you learn all this stuff? If you don't mind me asking, like, you have a great business mindset for somebody who's 18, 19 years old, you know?
Well, I started with my grandpa. We started mowing at a company out in Cascade, Ada area. I just fell in love with it. My grandpa gave me that mower, and I think he just followed behind me with the backpack and trimmer for the rest of the time. Both of my parents love landscaping. Their houses have immaculate landscapes, so I feel like it's just in my DNA a little bit. But
I love it.
No, I love helping people. I love doing the work, and I love the business side of things too. I wish I had a little bit more time for that, but right now I'm just focused on just growing it. So.
Dude, so cool, man. Yep. So cool. All right, I guess probably the wrap up over here. Can't talk lawn without talking snow, at least in Michigan, right?
Yeah, oh yeah. We got the lake over here, so that's a lot of fun.
Lake effect snow is crazy, by the way.
Yeah, no, it's nuts. I think we average about 75 inches here. So it's a lot different from the east side of the state of Michigan. So like we said, I have the Boss mount for the back blade on my my red truck out there. So this is the Boss 180Z. So this is the mounting actually. So this mounts into the back of your truck, and then the plow just hooks up to those front things. This thing is an absolute beast.
Why is it such a beast? Why do people love them so much? I have just started seeing them in the last 4 or 5 years because of social media, but you guys have been using these for a long time.
For sure, yeah. So recently we really haven't had any like, I'd say mild winters where we just get like 1 to 2 inch storms. Typically when we get lake effect, that's what we get. We just get a bunch of powdery snow. But it's so nice. We have some driveways and commercial parking lots. I mean, everyone has that. But just being able to wrap around those things. I mean, you never think with the front blade or with the back blade you'd be able to do that. But just having the extra wing space and being able to wrap around something instead of having to like turn around a boulevard, it's awesome.
Yeah, much more efficient.
It's one of those things where you can't really like put it into words. You have to use one.
Okay, yeah. Okay. And also though, for like residential driveways, you're cleaning, scraping out versus a back drag on a front plow.
For sure, yeah. I think one of the biggest things in my company for sure is just efficiency. With the 2-man crew, we're just trying to pound out as much work as we can, and I'm just trying to be as efficient as I can. So I'm still living at home, so we're getting all the equipment that we can and just doing the best we can. So with driveways, I mean, we could do it with 1 pass with this one. We typically do 2 just because if you got 1 pass at 16 feet wide, most of our driveways are 16 feet wide, so 1 mess up, you're just taking the lawn with you. That's no good, but...
You've never done that before.
Oh, yeah. Not on mine. Definitely not.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
Well, yeah.
Well, cool. So you got, it looks like 2 plows, so 1 for each truck, I guess?
Yep, so we got a Boss 8.2 and a Boss 9.2. I take the 9.2 and put it on the red truck with the back blade.
Okay.
And then the 8.2 front blade kind of goes on the white truck. Last year, that was more so of like a backup truck. We're trying to take this really serious, so I was like, okay, how am I going to be reliable? And it just came down to, okay, I got to buy a second truck and really do this right.
All right, so really quick, I got to add this in. What is this bad boy? Look at this.
So we picked up this blade sharpener this year. I used to just use a little angle grinder with a bucket and just kind of sharpen them.
Right.
But as you can see, we have quite a few blades. And I would spend probably a couple hours doing that. And I hit my knee one last time and I was like, all right, I'm done with this. I'm just gonna get a blade sharpener. And I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, okay, yeah, I don't need it, but it's like, it's a game changer.
It is. I had a young kid come over just to sharpen his blades that works for us. His name is Owen. He's part-time. He's got his own lawn care business. And he's like, this thing is absolutely awesome. So a little bit of an investment, right?
Oh yeah.
It's like $700 done right.
Mm-hmm.
But sharpening blades, that much easier?
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. And you keep the same angle.
Yes.
They last so much longer. And with sharpening them every day, every other day, it's really just 3 swipes and they're sharp.
Yep. Shout out to the RBG family Wall Industries. This is the one that we've promoted and talked about so much. If you guys need one, you can usually get them on Amazon, but get your grinding wheel. Lasts about a year for my experience. Have you had to replace a wheel yet?
Not yet.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Lasts about a year when you're doing 100 weekly lawns, and Riley's got all of his blades here that you guys can see. So there you go. Dude, so awesome. Again, man, super proud of you. This is a great shop, a great setup. Where are you guys going from here? I guess we'll button up with that. We're going to do a podcast, so if you guys want to learn more and hear the business story behind this great shop setup, check out the podcast. We'll leave a link in the description. But where do you go from here, brother?
For sure, I don't know yet.
And that's fine, that's fine.
Every day is just a mystery. We're just going as we can. I never want to get big. I think I want to dial in right around 800,000. Get past the hump of being able to like get out of the field. I definitely still want to be in the field. I really enjoy it. But we'll see where it goes from here, I guess.
Awesome,
Yeah.
awesome. Hey, we'll button it up right here. Where can people find you? Are you on social?
Yeah, we're on Instagram. I believe it's Riley's Lawn and Landscape on Instagram. I have to double check, or it's Riley's Landscape. Yeah.
Give them a follow there.
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome, man. Well, great job. Proud of you. And you've been doing a great. I've been watching along on Instagram. Excited about where things are at right now, man. And much more to come, right?
Awesome.
There you go. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. And hope you enjoyed this tour. Leave us a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And we'll catch up with you guys here soon.